Oh man, I've been with this company 4 weeks. Oh my god. See, and why is OTR so bad? This is why you ever feel like you don't control nothing. A lot of things is out of your control. Because when you do OTR, another thing about when you do OTR versus working with dedicated or set lanes, is just that you're relying solely on your dispatcher. If you don't got a good dispatcher, it's terrible. I don't know why companies want you to stay up for all these weeks, and they can't give you no freight going home. I mean, like seriously, even if you go home for a 34-hour reset and deliver like a load Monday at your house, they still making money even while you going home, even while you going home for like a 34-hour reset. So I don't understand why companies want you to stay out so long. I've been with this company for 4 weeks, and like every time it's a problem. Every week, like one week, I thought he was joking because I dropped off a load. I dropped off a load Thursday. Okay. And he know where I'm going because he booked the load. So it's not like he don't know where I'm going because he booked the load. He booked the load and everything. And I'm talking, he know where you're going. So I dropped off a load one week. It was Thursday. I dropped it off and it got delivered, and I was empty. And so I was empty by 12 o'clock Thursday. Tell me why I sat all the way till Monday because he didn't give me a load for Friday or over the weekend. He didn't give me anything. He said it was a holiday and and you won't get no load till Monday. I'm like, God damn. So you don't book your own load. So when you're on orientation with these companies and they ask how many miles you run around and how long you been driving, how many miles you run around, there's so many things that interfere with your mileage out here. This is what I realized when you're live load, your dispatcher, boy, if he don't, it's not like you can book your own loads. He book your own loads. Well, you gotta ask when to go home. Like I've been out here for 4 weeks, I ain't hardly made shit. All my checks been trash. All of my checks, you got maybe one check next week that's gonna be okay. The rest of them, I could have made more money. I could have made more money doing food delivery. I mean, doing food delivery off apps. Because you got to remember, you're working every day. And I'm like, damn, I'm sitting at a truck stop. I'm like, man, you don't control shit. If he don't give you no load, you just sit for 3 days at a truck stop. Yeah. So that week, I thought he was joking. I thought he was joking for a minute. Like, nah, I'm like, nah, you mean to tell me I'm going to sit from Thursday all the way to Monday? Yeah, and I did. At a truck stop, you just sitting at a truck stop. You don't control shit. Your dispatcher, the dispatcher, the truck driver, you're just a middleman. You're getting dicked around. You got not only that though. In this whole equation, you got your dispatcher, you got your truck, you got the truck slash equipment, because that may slow you down. Okay, which it has with several companies, meaning shit broke down. Then you're doing everything live load, so it will be problems at the warehouse too. It's just a matter of if and when. It's going to be problems at the warehouses. It's just it. Them holding you up, them closed. It's going to be a problem at the warehouse. It's just a matter of if and when. So I'm like, dang, you just sitting there all weekend. I'm like, fuck. Then this week my truck broke down, and I've been broke down for like 4 days. Today's Thursday. My truck broke down Monday. So like, because they're like 2 weeks behind type shit when it comes to the pay. I think so. Like, um, I think not this week, but the following week, my paycheck ain't gonna be shit because you set for 4 days. Oh my god, bro, you set for 4 days. You working for this company 4 weeks. Your checks ain't been shit, man. You don't control shit. That's the thing about why OTO is so hard. Your dispatcher pick wherever you running. Like, why do you got to be out for all these weeks? They can still make money if you go home for a 34-hour reset. That's what I'm saying. So, and then when you're out here, it's not like you're constantly running. Live load is already, no matter what company it is, it's the chances of you running into problems with live load is highly likely because you're going to a bunch of random ass warehouses. Random ass warehouses. You're going to a bunch of random ass warehouses, bro. So I mean, my truck been in the shop, And then like my truck been in the shop, bro. If I didn't have these, I don't know if they was gonna get me a hotel or not. Guess I should have asked, but I used some of my points to pay for a hotel for a few days. I had free points. I couldn't sit in the truck. The truck is in the shop. The truck is in the shop. Um, the truck is in the shop, and then I would have been just sitting in some random ass place. And when you break down and think about, America is royal, so some of these places it's really meant for a car. Barely any Ubers, ain't shit out here. You break down in the middle of America, bro. Good luck, cause it's really went for a car. It's in a lot of places it ain't that many Ubers. It's just you know there's a lot of less resources in these rural areas because they ain't hardly been to meet people out there. So I just realized, man, why OTL seem like it sucks? Cause first of all, you going to a bunch of everything is live low, so you will be waiting at docks. You're always going to new warehouses, so that's equivalent to going to a new job. You don't know where you're going. You got to get there and figure out where they want you to go to pick up or drop off this load. So it's like always constantly going to a new job, bro. And you're the middleman that's getting fucked over. The worst position to be in is the truck driver. And then your pay fluctuates. Your pay fluctuates so much it ain't even worth it. And then when you sit back and think about this pay fluctuates so much it ain't even worth it. You wish you was a broker. You wish you was a dispatcher. Anything but the truck driver in this position because you are getting dicked over. Your pay is steadily fluctuating, and you're just stranded and broke down in some desolate area. Like over the weekend, I just was at some random ass truck stop in the middle of America. You know what I'm saying? You off for 3 days, but it's not like you're home for 3 days. You're in the middle of America, right? And then again, 2 weeks later, you're off for 4 days, but you're like in the fucking middle of America. It's not like you're at home. It's not like when you're off, you're at home. You ain't even off and at home. Simple, my friends and my ex-girlfriend bugging me, when you gonna be back home? I ain't seen you in a month. And my paycheck's been pathetic, man. If I was financing a house or anything, it would just be sorry. Because there's so much shit you don't control. It don't even matter if they paid you 70 cents, 80 cents. You ain't even getting no miles, bro. Your dispatcher, this dispatcher is terrible. I hate this guy. He's the worst dispatcher ever. When he made me sit for 3 days, I'm like, what? No, them other small niggas when the truck is running, because like when you think about it, you don't want your trucks to be sitting because so much in the fields out here with your truck that will make him sit, like a breakdown or a warehouse that rejected his load. You know what I'm saying? And that's with any carrier that's live load. If let's just say your driver was late because he had a flat tire or whatever, and then like the warehouse rejected him, so he had to wait a day or two to get unloaded. Okay, which is very common in the live load game. Okay. But with all carriers, you will have breakdown. So that's sitting for a weekend, sitting for them 3 days back when he just had me sitting at a truck stop for just no apparent reason besides his ass didn't book me another load. You delivered the load on a Thursday, and he didn't book me no load for Friday. The truck was working fine, everything was fine. You just sat at some random ass truck stop for 3 days. You don't control shit. How long you been driving? How many miles you want to get? How long? Dude, that shit don't got shit to do with. To me, out here, you still don't control the most vital shit. Your dispatcher dictate everything. See, when you work with dedicated or set lanes, you got an idea of where you're going. You have ideas. It is this. Your job is easier. You're on set lanes and you know where your freight is coming from. Here, you have no idea where your freight coming from. And then if your dispatcher don't give you freight, you can be somewhere sitting for 3 days waiting on it. I thought he was joking when he said, because I'm like, why you didn't book me? I'm dropping off a load on a Thursday. He didn't give me no load on a Friday. It's not like I can book my own shit. I can't book my own shit. And then back to my other point, why do companies want you to stay on the road for all these weeks at a time? They act like when you taking time off, you're gonna take a week off. No, they can still make money off of you if you go home with a load and deliver it Monday. Even if it take you all weekend, even if it take you all week, let's just say you go home with a load and you had to drive all the way there and like even the weekend. So you technically you didn't get home till probably Sunday night, but you delivered the load. So you can deliver the load, let's just say Monday morning after you deliver and they unload you, then that can be your off day. That can be your off time. Hey, we'll give you 2 days, so we'll give you another load. Let's just say Wednesday, okay? We give you the rest of Monday off because we know you got to get unloaded and park the truck. Well, yada yada yada. And then Tuesday, we give you Tuesday a full day off. So Monday can be sort of like a half a day. Tuesday can be, that'll be your whole day. Then Monday morning, we'll book you something Monday morning. Hell, we may even pre-book you for something Monday morning in your area pickup type shit. They'll OTR anyway. They already picking up loads all over the country anyway. So you're going home and they're still getting paid. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? They get paid for that low Monday. They're still collecting. See, the thing about them at scale, they're making money. Like when you have a certain number of trucks, right? This is what I realized as a carrier. Same with like leasing. Like when you have a certain number of trucks that's profitable. Let's just say when you got 80 trucks that's doing pretty good or 60 trucks that's grossing, every week they're good profitable. So even if you got 10 trucks breaking down, you're still good because you got all them other trucks working for you. You see what I'm saying? It's like you got 100 soldiers out there making money for you. I'm talking about thousands because that's what these trucks are bringing. They can bring in thousands of dollars. So if you got 5 trucks broke down, but you got 90 or 85 trucks out there making money, you still good. You still good because you got so much money coming in to overshoot when your trucks are down, when a truck is down. Now the other trucks that's broke down, like they may still bring in some money, but it's not. It's maybe break even money, or they bringing in some money. But it may be break even money because you had to spend money getting repairs type shit. The company as a whole can still do well. It's the number of games and how many trucks are profitable. That's why you scale up. That's why you go to 100. That's why you go to 100. You need this money. You need thousands coming in. You do. Because you need money. Well, you got to, like all these companies, what they got to do, okay, they got to pay their staff member. They got a staff of 20 people they got to pay. Whatever that is. Probably sometimes more than that. Probably 30 people of staff. Including, let's just say, I don't know, 5 mechanics or 6 mechanics and staff they got to pay. On top of that, they got to pay all their drivers. And then on top of that, they got to repairs. So that's basic fundamentals of whatever, how many trucks they need, how much revenue they need just to pay that little fundamental. They need that. But I calculated. What did I calculate? I think I calculated 50 trucks, $500,000. So 100 trucks gross. If you got 100 trucks, that's assuming they all make like $5,000 a week. We all know that's not true, but that's okay because you got it's money in the numbers. So I think I calculated if you had 50 trucks, that's $250,000 a week. So if you got 100 trucks, that's $1 million gross a week with them trucks. But even if half them trucks are not even on the road, and you come down to 750,000 a week. Yeah, okay. If you can grow 750,000 a week, now that's the money. That's the money right there. And then you steadily put in new drivers, you steadily getting new equipment and putting new drivers on the road. So you got that revenue coming in. You got that money coming in. But unfortunately, with trucking, all that's not profit because you got to pay for not only that, you got your diesel. You got your diesel bill is big. You got to pay for all these staff members. And then you got to pay for repairs. That's fundamental with every company. It don't matter how big or small you are. But what I call going back to the driver, you are just in the shittiest position. Seriously, this ain't worth a damn. I wouldn't finance a house. I wouldn't finance anything because my checks is always my checks. When you get with a company, you just don't know. Get it, and especially when you get with a new company, you don't know OTR. You just it's a gamble. It's a gamble. When you in orientation, you're talking about how many miles you run around, nigga. I ain't even got over 2,000 miles in none of these weeks. So shut the fuck up when they talk about how many miles you went around, how many miles you went around. It's so many things that interfere. They act like we just run like crackheads. We don't. It's so much stuff that interferes with us. Your dispatcher just not giving you the loads, the well house, your truck slash equipment. Every week I've had equipment problems, but they've been small and minor. Okay, pretty much every week I've been on the road with them, I've had equipment problems. But this week, being in the shop now, this is a major problem. Where it's in the shop for several days. That's a big problem. The other problems I had, well, in week one, I had to get the tire fixed. Well, I knew that going in the game, right? So I guess I really can't count that because they told me go get the tire fixed. So I take it down to 2. So okay, and then the week after that, I had an L leak. So so I necessarily wouldn't say every week. No, I take it back. This has been the most catastrophic because you're down for 4 days. You're down for 4 days for 1 week, and then 1 week when he put you behind because he didn't give you no load for the whole week. He let you sit for 3 days. I don't see even with the small niggas. I don't never remember sitting for them. They was. He is a terrible dispatcher. He give you loads that are too fast. I'm arguing with him from week one. We're arguing like, dude, I can't. They don't cheat the logs. And the thing about this, yeah, I forgot about this other add the cherry on top. And my pay late. My pay always late. I forgot. When they started paying me, my pay late. They told me my pay was gone. It's always late. On top of all this bullshit, my little bullshit paychecks that I am getting that ain't shit. It's late. I forgot about that. That pay late. Oh my fucking God, bro. Pay's always late. On top of my little piece of shit checks they got. Oh God. Forgot about that. Then, like I said, he controlled the load. He can in this equation, like you, the truck driver, you don't control shit. You're the person being dicked around. Your checks is all over the place. Because if he don't give you no load, then you don't get paid. Then if your truck break down, you don't get paid. If the warehouse holds you up, you don't get paid for that load. All this affects your pay like a motherfucker. And then don't let your truck be in a shop like mine been in the shop for a few days. Oh my God. Your paycheck ain't gonna be shit, bro. Another week, your check ain't gonna be shit. And I don't know why they pay as late. I don't understand. This whole shit is just terrible, bro. See, and then make it so bad, they want you on the road like you're on the road making all this money. And these are OTR companies. See, there's no reason why they can't book you if they got access to all these loads and shit like that. Why they don't have loads going through your house? I don't know. Personally, I think every carrier got different running lanes. That's what I think. Because these carriers are starting to become friends with brokers and got their own lanes. I think every carrier, even though they OTR, I don't think they all got access to all the loads. I don't know. I don't think so. I think every carrier got like their own like dedicated lanes. Or they're friends with a broker, or they're either friends with a broker, or they're friends with warehouses, or they got their own loads. And it may not be 100% that they may got, I don't know, 20 loads a week, 30 loads a week they know coming out of this warehouse. 20 loads a week, I think they got somewhat of their own set lanes. Because I've been with carriers and they said they work this warehouse. So I think, and then all of these are OTR carriers, but I think these OTR carriers, either they're friends with brokers or they'll got somewhat of they know where good paying loads are coming from. I think somewhat they got their own lane. Because I've been, like I was with Pam. Pam OTL company. But when this one warehouse I was with Pam, they would have about 20 of their drivers go to this one warehouse. Well, I was there, I saw 10 of their drivers at this one warehouse. So what did that mean? That mean this warehouse must be paying good. They got 10 of their drivers coming out this motherfucker. At least while I was there. It probably was more than that all day because I came there in the middle of the day. So it probably was more than that. Let's just double. Let's just say 20. They got a large number of volume coming out of there. So them loads probably paying bank, bro. You don't have all your drivers. You don't have 10 or 20 of your drivers coming out of one warehouse without the motherfucker loads paying bank. Oh, and there was multi-stop deliveries. I forgot about that bullshit. Oh, yes. So that means your driver will be on one load for like 3 or 4 days, or if not all week. So what does that mean? If it's going to take your driver 3 days to deliver all these motherfucking stops, that load got to be paying like at least $4,000. I mean, in my opinion, for your driver to be out on doing all these multi-stop deliveries, I gotta drive 200 miles this way, 200 miles. Dude, that load these loads got to be paying at least like $4,000 each because you had to make all them stops. I know that I did it. Then like one load would take you like 3-4 days because you got so many stops, and these facilities only open from like 9 to 5 type shit. So I mean, and then you got to some of them was far in between each other. So I mean, so if you got 8 stops, dude, that can take. I did that once, and it took 4 days. Yeah, I forgot how many stops I had. 9 or 10 stops. Oh, it takes some time. Yeah, you only can do like 3 stops a day. Depends on where they're at. You can only do like 3 stops a day. I figured it out. Yeah, because then you gotta drive there. So all that shit takes time, bro.